Like, my dream in life is to be Andy Richter to somebody.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Podcast the Hero. That's the beginning. Your dream in life is to be fucking Andy Richter. Woo! I'm old Choady, and that's old Fritzum, and today we've got a very special guest. But before I introduce her, let me just say that this interview is brought to you by Vanderpump Rules. Everybody is fucking everybody, and it's a secret. Okay. Let me just do my intro, okay? I gotta get to a different level here. Between the whispering willows, when the shadows grow long, there's a moment in every day at dusk when the sun should meet the earth in such a way as to draw a perfect golden trail across the entire horizon. This very phenomena gave birth to today's guest. Not born of woman and not sired by man, she was born of the magic when the sun and the earth last touch at the end of every day. Light is her footstep and precious is her voice, but to mistake her softness for weakness would be a grave error. There's a deep rage within her that hides just below the surface and can be brought forth with the smallest of misstep. Cross her. I dare you. It's Jadea fucking Kelly.
Oh my God.
It's pretty
Is that
good.
all right? It wasn't that funny.
That was amazing. Thank you.
That was pretty good.
How are you? I tried to not go for funny because I don't know.
Did you
I was
did you remember your computer? So you had it.
my iCloud reconnected
Okay,
today,
wonderful.
so I had something to read as opposed to improvisation.
Good.
I feel like
Imagine I
that-
improvised that.
I feel like that description was the most accurate description anyone has given me.
I feel like I got you.
You can replace the entire bio section of your website now. Just copy that.
I think I may.
No, you shouldn't. I was on the bio section of your website today,
Oh, really? Okay.
and it was good.
It was
really enjoyed it. I liked how there were like three different, maybe that was the press section. There was like three different photo areas that you could come from, and they were all showing like different eras of Jadea. It was wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah, but I feel like, well, maybe as like I'm going to add a quote. Your whole introduction will be the new like featured quote on the main page of my website. I don't know if people go to websites anymore. I feel like when we...
No, sorry.
I was just saying, when we were kids, like in high school, that's how I first connected with Protest the Hero. I went to your website.
Yeah.
How do people connect nowadays? Social media?
Instagram? Is it Instagram?
Yeah, I think it's Instagram. Or maybe it's
So-
Snapchat.
No.
Maybe Snapchat.
I think Snapchat is mostly for perverts, if I'm being honest. Perverts and teenagers.
Yeah.
TikTok? Well,
It's
you
not even
like
teenagers
TikTok.
anymore. Like, I love TikTok.
Yeah.
Jada
Oh, I
likes
love
TikTok.
TikTok. Love
It's the
TikTok.
best. Yeah,
Hours and hours of my day will just drift away on TikTok.
It is
People
really
say-
incredible how quickly an hour will just disappear on TikTok.
Yes.
You're just
People say doom scrolling like it's a bad thing, dude. I feel like it's badass to doom scroll. Doom scroll. I love that, dude. Sounds fucking metal.
What would
So
you
Jada-
say is your main algorithm on TikTok? What are the videos that are being fed to Rody?
I get pushed a lot of stuff, a lot of guys on podcasts joking around,
Okay.
which is, I mean, seems right. I get pushed a lot of like political stuff, which I don't love because I kind of feel like TikTok like is as toxic as you are. You know what I mean? Like if you want to like find that toxic stuff, you're gonna find it. Like it's gonna show it to you, but it's a reflection of your own toxicity. And like I come across a lot of it, and I just go, "No, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm the problem. It's me."
I got somebody sent me a TikTok today that I had to look at.
Yeah.
Somebody not like in TikTok, like somebody went outside of TikTok, took this
Yeah.
TikTok and texted me this video of a guy farting on some fruit snacks and then eating them.
Ew.
Who would have possibly sent me a TikTok of that? with no context or anything. Nah, yeah, Rody.
No.
That's the
Jada,
kind of
with me.
stuff that's in Rody's FYP, I think.
Okay.
I get a lot of tooting stuff.
I think mine is just a mix of Taylor Swift live footage and babies waking up from naps.
Okay. I get a lot of
Yeah.
the Taylor Swift stuff too.
Yeah.
I don't get as much of the I don't get any of the Taylor Swift gossipy stuff.
Oh, yes.
My wife is constantly telling me what's happening with her life and the gossip side, but I just get people going to her concerts and having an absolute hoot.
Mm-hmm.
But actually now I'm starting to get some Shania Twain stuff that's is Shania Twain actually performing her concerts, or does she have a Shania twin?
Uh-oh.
Maybe. Well, I think her voice is she's very prepared for her voice to just completely disappear on this tour, because I guess she had vocal surgery a long time ago, and that's why she's disappeared from our lives for the past 15 years.
That drives me up a tree. I'm pissed as shit about it. Okay,
Yeah.
First I was a little mad at Shania for faking it.
Yeah.
Now I'm mad at this world for taking it from Shania.
Yeah. I know. That was my... Oh, sorry.
No. I am sorry. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say I love Shania.
Shania's the fucking best, dude. So, you and I first met. Some fella introduced you and I want to call him Paul or Matt.
Yeah. Paul McManus.
Paul McManus.
Yeah.
That's right. He recorded some of your stuff, right?
Yeah. So he was the only person at my high school that had recording equipment, because his dad was a professional musician. And so I was like, I have these new songs. And he's like, okay, well, I'll record them for you. And then I guess he sent them to you.
Yeah, he sent them to me over ICQ, which was,
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think anyone in the United States used ICQ. You did. Do you remember your ICQ number?
Hell no.
But yeah, he sent them to me over ICQ. And as soon as I heard them, I was like, first we were I don't know how old we were. How were we? Fucking 15 or something like that.
Yeah, probably 15 or 16. But I feel like you guys were the only other... there was no one really in my high school that was who was pursuing music professionally. I feel like when you decide at a young age that I'm going to be a songwriter, I really meant it. And I was very determined. And I feel like you guys were in the same boat probably earlier, where you're like, no, I'm meant to do this. So I'm very grateful that you guys just happened to be the same age as me at different high schools, but at least setting an example of what was possible. So.
That's cool. I never thought about it like that. But yeah, I heard the songs. I can't even remember what the songs were. But I just immediately was I need to befriend this person.
Yeah.
And I don't really fucking know what happened from there. I remember we rode our bikes to Dairy Queen one night.
Yes. I remember that. I also remember you went to the wrong Dairy Queen.
There's more than one Dairy Queen?
And I waited there for an hour or two, and you showed up sweating.
So wait, we're talking Whitby. You probably went to the Dairy Queen that's on what is that street called? Taunton?
Oh, yes.
Is it Taunton? And I went to the one that was on Highway 2.
Yes.
That's very specific information, but that's I don't know, several kilometers in the wrong direction.
that was a very big night for you. You're probably just on your bike for 3 hours.
And I'm not a big bike guy. I remember you were let's ride our bikes to fucking Dairy Queen. And I was like, oh, shit. All right. I had to get my bike down and pump the tires up. And fuck. Chains all rusted to shit.
Yes.
And then went on the longest bike ride of my life.
Yeah.
So you said you told Jada that you went to the wrong Dairy Queen. That's how you found out? Because I think the real story is you were in your garage trying to figure out how to get the training wheels off your bike.
Oh.
And you spent like 2 hours like trying to find the right wrench to get the training wheels off of your bike. And that's how long it had been since the last time you rode a bike.
I mean, that could be very true. Yeah, that could be very true. I don't know that like cell phones were like a big thing at that time. Like if we had phones, they were those Nokia bricks, and we had no idea how to text on them.
I think we really only had an actual phone, which was probably still dial-up, and
well, the phones are all dial-up.
Oh, that's true.
What do you mean dial-up phones?
Sorry, wait. I meant to say dial-up internet.
Do either of you know how to use a rotary phone?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like if somebody put a rotary phone in front of you, you'd know how to do it. So you're old enough that you're not like those kids on TikTok. I could enter my fucking
water reading. I could enter my water reading on a rotary phone, dude. You know how, like, when you call the water reading place, they're like, if you got a rotary phone, just hold on a second. That's all you got to do is wait and talk to an operator. I've never done that.
I have a music question. And I think Rody sort of answered this already. But so, like, I was going through and doing some show prep. And one of the things that pops up is your Canadian Folk Award in 2016. But I said, oh, she won that one. Can I go back and see what else she was nominated for? And I found a nomination for Emerging Artist in 2010 for the Canadian Folk Awards. And I want to know, what were you emerging from? Like a swamp? Was it like a...
Another human being?
Yeah. What were you emerging from?
I was emerging from my Catholic guilt.
Oh.
Right, because you went All Saints, didn't you?
Oh,
the Catholic school. One of many Catholic schools.
So Catholic. I feel like the great thing about my Catholic upbringing in Whitby is that it was the musical aspect. I truly think that's how I learned to harmonize and sing with people. But you went to the public school. Which school were you at?
I went to Anderson.
Anderson. Okay.
No air conditioning.
No air conditioning. Okay.
We played at All Saints though once. Were you there when we did that?
Yes, I remember you guys performed in our cafeteria, and we weren't allowed to like stand. We had to remain seated the entire time, and all of the teachers like created like a barricade around all of us to make sure nothing unruly happened.
Yeah, that was a weird day. We got to go, like, we got to skip school to perform at a different school in the same fucking region.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How does something like that happen?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
That's so
weird. I feel like all the boys in my school were such super fans of protest, and they would all go see you guys at the dungeon. I remembered that. But I was too busy listening to Shania Twain to ever go.
You were right. You were doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I think somebody at that school set it up because there was like, we had like other kids that were like being runners for us and stuff. I remember I had this long sleeve red shirt and I cut the sleeves up to like look all fancy. Okay. Like they were like dangling like tassels, and like as I got there I was like, this is a bad move. I look like an idiot. And there was a guy and I was like, I need a shirt. And he was like, we can't really get you. And I was like, I need your shirt. And he just like had his like button up like uniform shirt. So I just traded him shirts, and he just like, he was fine with it.
Oh yeah, so you guys didn't have the uniform experience at Anderson. We had the kilts and the Yeah.
I mean, I do sort of envy that in a way. It would be easier to decide what to wear.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
As they used to do this thing with us too, like to make sure the girls weren't hiking their kilts, which we all did. We would just roll them up. Yeah. And so the principal would come into the classes every morning and make us all stand up and measure. We'd have us stand with our hands beside our. Looking back on it, I was like, that was inappropriate.
Yeah. I mean, like I think that's a tradition as old as time itself. Is like some pervert in a Catholic school making sure your skirt's fucking not hiked up, but in his heart and his dreams, it is.
Yeah.
You know?
I think maybe he didn't want the skirts hiked up. What he wanted was the boys' pants tighter.
Yes.
That's true. Actually, the guys in the safety fire all went to a Catholic school in the UK, and I was there the night that they realized that the fucking priest had asked them an inappropriate question. Like, he made them all, like, admit to something, like, nasty they had done as young men. Or something like shit like that. And we were just sitting around drinking beers, and they were talking about that, and I was like, hey, you guys know that's, like, not
okay,
tight.
right?
That's not sick.
They're like, what do you mean? Your school principal didn't ask you if you were touching yourself when you were 12?
The priest's got to know what you fantasize about.
I have another question, also related to the Canadian Folk Awards. You won for your record, Love and Lust.
Yeah.
Are you like really big into redundancy? Because love and lust are the same thing.
No, Fritzy.
What?
God. Sorry, Jada. He doesn't understand complex emotions.
What? Love and lust aren't the same. They're the same.
Oh, God. One time I had to explain to him the difference between love and pornography.
Same thing.
See?
They're slightly similar, slightly different.
They're exactly
I know it's hard to differentiate.
Exactly the same thing.
One of them's a fucking sin, though, dude.
One's a sin?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
really
about. I don't know any of the sins.
And it's one of the 7 deadly ones.
Is it?
Yeah, love.
I could. Is it true that you're a big fan of Tom Petty?
Yeah, I love Tom Petty. Not like huge, but we did a couple of years ago. We did a Canada Covers Tom Petty tribute. So I just gathered all my Canadian friends, and we all did a cover and turned it into this beautiful playlist and a show. But I think it was like a year after he passed away. So that was really
Tom
fun
Petty
to
died?
do that.
What do you mean Tom Petty died?
Are you telling us that Tom Petty died?
Tom Petty's been dead for a long time, man.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was Neil Diamond, if I'm being honest.
Tom Petty was the first concert I ever camped out for tickets. This was back before you could buy tickets online. You had to go to like Ticketmaster kiosk at the store and buy tickets. And we camped out for Wildflowers tour tickets.
That's
and
amazing.
I saw him live for the first time in the 8th grade with Pearl Jam and Neil Young at the Bridge School benefit in San Francisco.
Oh my God.
It was a very cool show.
I think all those people are the same.
Tom Petty, Neil Young, and Pearl Jam, all the same?
Mm-hmm. And that other person I mentioned.
Neil Diamond?
Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
It's just like the biggest scam of all time is that they're actually
all one person.
They're all the same. I feel similarly about the actor Josh, what's his face?
Duhamel?
Yeah, Josh Duhamel. I feel like there's a bunch of guys out there that are Josh Duhamel.
You think Timothy Oliphant is Josh Duhamel?
I don't know the name, but I assume.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys that I think are Josh Duhamel.
Yeah.
And this whole time I thought his name was Josh Duhamel.
Maybe it is Duhamel.
I have such a crush on him too. He was in that movie Tad Hamilton or something. He's such a total babe. Yeah, him and Pierce Brosnan are my like. Oh yeah.
He was in 27 Dresses.
Yes.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was that Josh Duhamel?
Wait, no. He's in the one where they raise the baby together. Yes.
Enchanted?
Wait, is this... Do I choose like A, B, or C? Is this a game? Or
no, there's so many Josh Duhamels. That's all I'm saying is there's a bunch of guys that I'm pretty confident are Josh Duhamel. Jada, you started cussing in your songs at some point. True or false?
Did I? No, only...
You got a couple cussers.
I said the word stupid in my most recent album, Stupid Goddamn Face. But I don't think I've sworn. You're the swearer.
I like how you said
it's called Stupid Goddamn Face.
I like it. I like how that phrase, stupid goddamn face, and stupid is the swear in that phrase.
Oh, yes, you're right.
That
Goddamn is also the swear.
So happy.
Yeah.
Goddamn,
I mean,
is my favorite swear of all time. I'm not allowed to say it in my house either.
So you have added some cussing into your music recently.
Yes.
Let me start this again.
I'm doing it late in my career. Yes, I know you started with the cussing, but I waited till I was 36 to truly let it go.
I was thinking you could go back and put out like remasters where you just sort of fucking wedge some swear words in there.
Yeah.
Like, hear me out. You got a song goes, I'm not a child, but I believe there's fucking beauty. Right? Just slip a fucking beauty.
This is great.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it on just about every song. I also have, now that wasn't even a question. That was just
a thing I think you should do.
I do have, like, even when I write with people recently, there's this new song we're writing called Start With Sorry. And I love this song. And the guy I was writing with, he wanted to put the F word in. And I just have so much trouble. I swear in my life, but when it comes to songs, I just feel so Catholic about it.
Oh,
I feel danger.
When I hear the Start With Sorry, I think in my head, I start writing lyrics for that. And it starts, hey, motherfucker, take a step on back. You know? You got to put someone in their place. Right? And you're going to be doing some chicken picking on that. You know, like that's going to be, I know you live in the folk world, but I know your heart is in country. I know that any of the violin you play starts with the fiddle.
I think I need to run all of my lyrics past you from now on.
Yeah.
I need to have you revise them.
Yeah, but
I'll wedge some.
But if you send them to him to revise, he's just going to hand them to Cage, and Cage is going to do all the work and then hand them back to him, and he'll hand it to you.
Fritzy has a conspiracy that Cage writes all my lyrics.
Okay. Is this? It could be true. We would never know.
Yeah, it's true.
So I was watching the music video for Any Old Boat today.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking awesome music video. First of all, you got a shit ton of music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Too many. I like them. I like them all. But Any Old Boat is fucking sick.
Thank you.
The animation in it, it's like cute, it's sweet, it's heartwarming. It's everything that you do wonderfully, but it's presented in this visual way. But here's the thing. In that song, you say any old boat will do a bunch of times. But then you get to like the bridge and you say, as long as there's room for dancing. You know? Now, here's the thing. I've been in a lot of old boats. And there's not room for dancing in a lot of them. A lot of them, you stand up and you try and dance, you'll end up in the drink. So I'm thinking you're talking about maybe a pontoon boat, maybe a deck boat. It's starting to be... You got it.
It's specifically a pontoon boat. That I wrote it on a pontoon, Rody. This is good.
Was it actually a pontoon
any
boat?
old pontoon boat.
So every year on my parents' lake, there's this party called a flotilla, and so all the old dudes on the lake, they strap a PA system to their pontoon. They all climb on with their instruments, and they just roam around the lake for like 5 hours, getting drunk, playing old country classic songs, and everyone else gets in their pontoon and they all follow them, and everyone is dancing on their pontoons. And so that's sort of where the song came from.
So it's a very specific type of boat. It is not any old boat.
It is old, though. It is old.
Well, that's good. Specifically an old pontoon boat.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I pictured you like in a tinner, and then I was like, this is so nice, just like out on the lake with like maybe like a 9.9 in a tin boat. And then you said, as long as there's room for dancing. I was going, wait a second.
You're gonna end up in the drink.
It depends what type of dancing, because some dancing, like if it's, you don't have to do a lot of twirling if you're just doing like a grind.
You could just do like a seated.
Most of my dancing is this kind of dancing, just sitting.
If it's just shoulders, then in that scenario, any old boat will do.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should revise that song because it's like 5 years old, and I feel like I don't want just any old boat anymore.
No, now you have an even more specific boat in mind.
Like a new boat that's safe. It'll go fast when you need it to go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
electric.
Could just make a new. Oh, electric.
Yeah.
You could just make an updated version of it and say, "I need a specific boat."
Yeah. I'll release it. I'll release it on Earth Day. It'll be like an electric boat. I specifically need that.
Yeah. I mean, you could just end up putting around with a trolling motor.
You could you could write a diss track against yourself called I Was Wrong, Fuck Old Boats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just talk about the benefits of new boats.
Mm-hmm. Say, fuck the poor.
Yep.
Fuck the poor.
Especially the poor.
Let that be the little clip we share on social media.
I noticed on your website you got no upcoming tour dates. What the frick? What are you doing? Not touring is the best kind of touring.
I don't know. Even the most recent tour I did, which was 2 months after like 3 years of pandemic home time, that tour was really hard. It really killed me. I think I either am getting older, or I just got used to the pandemic existence, or maybe maybe it's a mix of both. I'm sure you feel the same with touring. It's so fun. It's so fun, and you get to connect with people. And I swear, every single concert I play, there's always one Protest the Hero fan that kind of lingers up from the back in a hoodie and like goes, "Oh!" I'm like,
that sounds just like them, dude.
Yeah,
all the same. It's all musky.
Yeah, and they always find me, and actually I enjoy it. But I don't know if I really want to tour that much. It's expensive, and I like staying home.
Yeah,
with my cat. There's my cat back there.
I saw your cat. I like that you got a towel for the cat so that it's not getting its catness on your bed or couch or whatever.
Right? Well, it's actually a heating pad. That's...
Oh.
Yeah. I see.
She's
Fancy
a special
cat.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. What do I got here? Remember when I think we were doing Scurrilous and you were... we were staying in the hotel room, you, Luke, and I, and those kids were running around the hall.
Oh, yes.
And you got up in the morning with the blankets all wrapped around you and opened the door and screamed at those children.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
When I'm tired, I turn into like a mom. I get really like... You boys, get out of here.
That was how it was. It wasn't like, fuck you. It wasn't like, go to hell. It was just like, hey, you boys, keep it down. There are people up working late.
We're making a hit metal album last night. Let us sleep in. God damn it.
We were getting drunk at Turtle Jack's.
We were. Oh, I forgot about that. That's so funny.
Yeah, Turtle Jack's is just the best place on earth.
Do they still exist? Does Turtle Jack's exist?
Oh, yeah. I drove by it just a couple weekends ago. I said to my wife, bury me at Turtle Jack's. I don't care if it's open or closed. Bury me there when I go.
That's nice. They have a nice little plaque to you or statue outside.
Do they have a special drink there that that has like a turtle in it?
No, just beers and whiskeys and wine.
I thought maybe they had like a bottle of booze with a little teeny tiny turtle at the bottom. And
you
had
should
to
get
drink
on to
the
Turtle
booze.
Jack's marketing team. Maybe then they'd fucking see some success finally.
No.
I have been. Never mind.
Were you gonna say craving Turtle Jacks?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm craving Turtle Jacks.
I've been craving turtle meat.
Oh, turtle meat. You know, that's a thing. Apparently, people have turtle soup.
Yeah, I don't
it's the soup is in the shell of the turtle. That's disgusting.
Yeah, Johnny Paycheck killed a guy for saying that the turtle soup he was eating was the best turtle soup on earth. I don't know if he killed him, he stabbed him, and he said, "My mom makes the best turtle soup on earth. Don't you dare insinuate otherwise."
Whoa.
I don't believe that for a second.
Well, look it up. Could be a lie. Could be just hyperbole.
Do either of these people have a mustache?
Johnny Paycheck?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's been dead forever.
Oh.
He got stabbed over some turtle soup.
Oh, you know, someone actually got stabbed outside my apartment building the other day. That was awesome.
Oh, my gourd. Where are you living now?
I'm in LA, in Altadena. It's actually a lovely place with 0 stabbings. It's just happened to be
not 0.
Just exactly just 1 stabbing. Compared to the rest of LA, that's good. That's like a safe neighborhood. Yeah.
I mean, one stabbing's just one stabbing. It's okay.
Right. It's
Everybody
okay.
could use a little stabbing in their neighborhood, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to
so
institute it in my neighborhood.
Yeah, are there stabbings in Whitby? Is that where you are?
There's gonna be. No, yes, I'm in Whitby. I moved back to Whitby and purchased a home, and I'm never leaving. I never wanted to leave in the first place, and I'm never going to again. Except for this coming October. October and November when I've got to tour North America.
But you would
but not Mexico.
Is Jada frozen like that with her mouth open wide?
I think Jada froze.
Wait.
Oh, that was great.
I'm frozen?
Now you're back.
Oh, no, you're back.
What was I doing? Was I going, oh?
You're just going like this.
Oh, I want it to freeze again.
Yeah.
We're going to have to use that. We don't have a choice.
As the promo picture for our special guest this week.
I think so.
But yeah, Whitby has definitely changed a lot. Like a lot of my Whitby, there's a cafe now. It seems like the downtown is no longer
the Fart
sad.
Cafe. Yeah, it's pretty
what?
sad still, but it was the Fart Cafe. Truly.
Oh yes, I love the Fart Cafe.
I know, me too. I've never been in, but I hear great things.
And then next door to it, a friend of mine is opening a place called Lloyd's Lunchbox. I don't know if you've been in there yet. Yeah, Kyle Farnham and his dad, they opened that.
I know there's a guy named Kyle Cronick who owns the place just next door to there called I think it's called the One Up Cafe, where it's like video games, beers, and coffees.
Huh.
A lot of Kyles downtown Whitby. And they're owning, they be owning.
They're owning 2 out of every 3 businesses in downtown Whitby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever move back to Whitby. Every time I'm there, I just can't. I don't think I could ever return. That chapter is over. But it's kind of beautiful that you've returned because all of your family is probably still there because all of mine has left. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. All of my family are still in very similar places to where they were.
Yeah.
And so I see them, and it's wonderful. And I have no friends except for Fritzy, and I'm not even sure he's not AI.
I know that I'm not AI. I'm not convinced Rody's not AI. He sent me some stuff today that made me think he's really a robot.
I paid $17 for 100 AI self-portraits of myself.
But some of them aren't even your face.
No, they don't look a whole lot like me.
Some of them look like maybe they like tried to put your mouth on like Chris Pine's face or something.
Yeah, they have much stronger chins than me and thicker beards.
I have a game. Can we play?
Ooh.
Okay.
This is trivia. And we try to keep the trivia applicable to our guest.
Yes.
So I came up with 5 questions about jade or being jaded. I was looking for somebody named Jade B. But there's not any good JADEB names. So I came up with these questions. So the English word jade comes from the Spanish term for loinstone.
Oh.
Which famous actress sells jade eggs for placing in a lady's downstairs?
Oh, I remember. No, that's
everybody's
someone.
Is she frozen?
I think she froze.
I'm not frozen.
Am I back now?
Oh my god.
Am I still frozen?
Internet.
Jada?
Yeah, I think you're back.
You're close to back.
Close. Energize.
There you
are.
There you go.
You know what? I'm gonna switch to 5G. Maybe I should have done that at the beginning.
To 5 what?
So
5
there's some famous.
Monkeys jumping up.
Am I still frozen?
No, you're good now.
No, you've unfrozen.
Okay, so the question was: someone sells
There's
eggs.
a famous actress who sells jade eggs for placing inside a lady's downstairs area.
Oh, it sounds like. I only know of someone. I don't know. Why would I know that? I don't.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
I was going to guess Gwyneth Paltrow, but then I thought it was goop, and I thought it was just some kind of slop that you put on your yoni.
No, they're jade eggs.
Jaded.
The term jaded, which means to be made dull, apathetic, or cynical, comes not from the mineral of jade, but from which of these things? A worthless horse. B, a disreputable woman, or C, a flirtatious girl.
Okay, so it's worthless horse.
Well, it's actually all 3.
It's all 3. Because I was playing Scrabble with my Grammy once, and I looked up jade or jaded, and it said worthless horse. I was like, oh, that's great. That's what my name means.
This
we
military...
don't think that you're a worthless horse.
This military junta...
a useful horse.
Useful horse, yeah.
Well, a jaded horse is like the horse that you have basically worked to death. Like, it's been worked until it can't be a horse anymore.
You have put out a lot of records and done a lot of music videos.
Some may even suggest too many music videos.
Oh, no.
No, I was kidding.
Yeah, well, that will be me one day. I will be a worthless horse.
Right now you're Jada, and you will be jaded by then.
Yes, but not yet. Not yet. and my face will look like this. I'll be truly LA and like big lips.
Oh yeah, you got to get the lip
be me.
filler. Got to get that lip filler. It's the best.
Let's do this podcast in 60 years to see exactly.
We'll still be doing this
changed.
podcast in 60 years.
I wasn't planning on still be doing life in 60 years.
Oh, okay. Well, we can use your AI. We'll use your AI.
That's true. You'll have to. You'll simply have to.
We'll visit your grave at the Turtle Jack.
Yeah, you'll have to visit me at Turtle Jack's.
That would be great. If graves in the future, if you could walk up to them and hit a little button and your AI just pops up above your grave and you could like have a whole conversation with them and
imagine
hang out with them.
Have a conversation with me. The whole time I just be like, oh, am I dead? I'm so scared. I was always worried about this.
Everything they said was right. It's not a good thing. Help me.
Dig me up.
So this military junta-ruled country produces over 70% of the world's jade. Is it A, the United States, B, Myanmar, or C, Burkina Faso?
What?
I guess the B?
It is Myanmar.
Oh.
What's Burkina Faso?
It's a country.
Can you say it again?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Did you like how I threw the United States in as an example of a country ruled by a military junta?
I don't know what a junta is, but I feel like it should be pronounced junta.
It probably should.
Pardon me, Jada.
Junta. Junta.
You need a Kleenex?
Possibly.
Jade is a mineral most widely known for its ornate green color. Why is it not easy being green?
Because you're a frog?
Yep, that's exactly correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Final question in the game. It is not recommended that people eat jade. What is the key to making the perfect grilled cheese sandwich?
Is it just me answering these, or does Rody get to answer them too?
Rody knows the answer to this.
I know the answer to this, yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe everyone has
what's
their
the
own
key
way
ingredient?
of making... Oh, the key ingredient in a grilled cheese?
To making a great grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, what makes it the
cheese?
best? You'd think so, but
you would think so, but it's not. It's mayonnaise.
It's mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, you put the mayonnaise on the bread and then you...
I've never tried that before.
It makes it real creamy when the cheese melts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try that next time.
Okay. Well, you won the game. Congratulations.
Yes. Free gift certificate to Turtle Jack's. Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, but you gotta pay for your own drinks.
Fair enough.
Free admission to this Applebee's. Here you go.
Yeah, Applebee's can eat it.
100%.
Turtle Jacks. We actually instituted a rule. Actually, I think this was the night that you were there. Like, we got into this bad habit of constantly saying Turtle Jacks on me. Like, we were just walking around all the time just going, Turtle Jacks on me. And we had finally said, the next motherfucker that says that stupid phrase has to actually do it. And then Tim walked in the room and just went, Turtle Jacks on me. So I'm not sure if you recall, Jada, but I'm pretty confident Tim paid for all of our Turtle Jacks that night.
I don't remember that.
But he refused to pay for the drinks, which is
He drew the line at the drink.
Yeah. I really just have one more question. And would you be on our new recordings? We're doing some stuff right now.
Of course. I
mean,
got this sweet new mic. I can do it for you right now. Testing. 1, 2.
So
Kezia's back. That's what I'll say. That's how the album starts.
This is actually goes right with a question from the Discord. Bluest of Skies asks, will you take over as full-time singer of PTH so they can finally be good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's mean. That's mean.
I deserve it.
I could never sing like Rody. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's really hard to sing out of key. I've tried, and it's really hard to sing out of key on purpose. I know. I feel your pain.
Quite challenging.
But really, I don't even know what goes into maintaining that type of singing. Because for me, I'm not really even singing. I'm just whispering.
It's soft and it's beautiful what you do, and I lose my voice constantly.
Okay, yeah. So that must be a big thing in like anyone who sings metal.
Yeah. Some people are probably better at maintaining it than me. I just like to drink booze.
Yeah.
I've got a devil may care attitude towards doing my job.
But you have that stuff.
Oh, ninjam?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the gunky syrup.
Mm-hmm. Jada, have you ever used ninjam?
No.
I've lost it. It's like a black cough syrup that's supposed to be quite nice for your voice.
It's very thick.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll drink that before you go on stage or before you record?
Only if I'm like hurting.
Okay.
And it's usually just like kind of snake oil.
Okay.
Just like, I'm fucking desperate. I'll do anything. Even drink this tar.
I find that when I'm touring, my voice only, like I hit my sweet spot the more I tour.
Yeah.
Like, usually by like the 7th date, I'm like, whoa, like who is this? I'm like, wow, really, I should really warm up before a tour. But yeah, I've never actually landed in a place where I've been scared of losing it. I don't know what I would do if I lost my voice. I would cry many tears.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think when it comes to vocals, at least for me, you always think you're in worse than you are, right? Like, unless it's fucking bad. Like, there was one show that I had to sit out. I went out and I tried to sing and I couldn't get a single fucking note out, which sucked. But for years and years, I'll spend the whole day in my head just being like, I'm not going to be able to do this. Like, I'm fucked. And then I'll do like a really long, slow warm up. And by the time I get on stage, it's mostly fine. So it's like all that kind of shit. It's like, it's so much worse in your head. And like, I try and tell myself that every fucking time, but it never helps.
No, there's never any logic pre-show because I go into my own little anxiety spiral before every major show. And I'm never worried about not having a voice, but I am worried about singing at 100% because my nerves can take over. So it is so psychological. Yeah. But yeah, I hate it. I hate show day. I hate big shows. I don't want to put anyone through what I'm telling myself in my head on those days.
I constantly tell myself that I'm going to forget the lyrics. Okay. And then because I'm telling myself that, I do.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. I love that you tell, but you're very upfront.
Yeah.
When you perform, you come out and say, we're going to do a song. I always forget the words to it.
Yeah.
And then you sing it.
And then usually I don't forget the words.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have such diehard fans that they would probably sing along with you out of solidarity.
Yeah, they're pretty nice about that for sure.
Well, but then you could also like hold the mic up to one of your diehardest fans and have them sing the wrong words.
Now, like that happened very recently in Thorold, which happened with a lovely fellow named Muskie. I gave him the mic and he Did not know the words.
was
He
great.
chose the wrong guy.
Oh, he choked. Choked
He
hard.
redeemed himself. Geez, you remember that time you won that award in Oshawa and Will McGurk made us, he dragged me into the picture? I was like, oh, why am I taking the picture?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think he was like, oh, we've got some star power here. Rody Walker. Cover of the Whitby this week. Oh.
I mean, I'm super glad to have that picture of you and I, but it's so awkward. Like, you got your award and I've got a thumbs up. Hey! I just came to the show.
Yeah,
It was a wonderful show.
I loved that show. That was the final show of our tour, and I love that venue. Is the Biltmore? Yeah.
The Biltmore. It's really quite nice.
Yeah.
Formerly the Oshawa Music Hall.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. But I think there's something weird happened with the venue where they, like, during the pandemic, they kicked out the owners. Like, not because of, like, default on payment. They just kicked them out for some reason and opened it. Like, the landlord was just like, it's my venue now. This is mostly speculative.
Okay.
I don't know, like, all the details. But anyways, the owners of that ended up not owning it anymore, or the people who ran the Oshawa Music Hall. And then they have purchased where the dungeon was.
Oh.
And they have, like, refit it into two separate venues. Like, they've redone the dungeon, apparently. And then the Laser Quest above the dungeon, they're turning into a bigger venue.
Cool.
So I'm, like, super excited. I know Will McGurk knows a lot about that. And there's some people that definitely know what's going on there. But I can't wait for them to open that up. And I'm really excited to go there and, like, relive some of my childhood.
Yeah. And the Laser Quest too, that was such like a part of going to the dungeon. You do a quick game. That's amazing. That's beautiful to see, because I felt like we had places to play when we were kids. Like, we had an outlet. Like, I would go play at the Velvet Elvis in Oshawa. And I would play at my church, but really, it's not like I would ever play the dungeon. But it is nice to see that there's, like, more of a music scene. It just seems like the population in that area is growing so quickly and massively that there's a market for it.
I mean, none of the scenes really feel like they did when we were kids, but maybe that's just because we're not kids.
Maybe.
Like,
we don't have our finger on the pulse anymore because we're so old.
Yeah, like, everybody's so quick to be like, oh, dude, we had, like, a full scene and, like, it was sick and everything was like this and the kids don't know what they're missing. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck kids are doing. And if you do know what kids are doing, you're a fucking pervert.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I do wonder about that sometimes too. Like, maybe they're not meeting up in person anymore. Maybe they're just, it's all virtual now. Maybe it's all just TikToking.
But that's sick too.
Yeah, that's perverted as well. We don't approve of any of these activities.
I don't approve of anybody being younger than 30.
Yeah.
I could agree with that.
I just don't approve of that.
Yeah,
I think we should have a rule against
just
it.
Turned 30. I'm good.
Whoa.
I'm good with what, Jada? Oh, you're blanking out there.
Sorry, I wanted to show all my cool colors.
Oh, you gotta.
Ooh, blue. Here we go. Okay, I'm done.
No, it's great. I loved it.
I'm sending you something in Discord chat for you to look at.
Oh, I'm gonna send something in Discord chat for her to look at as well. Now,
you guys sending perverted things to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to verify that these were, in fact, perverted images.
Oh, what's going on here? It's a picture.
Yeah,
There's
I sent it to Rody too.
Okay, how do I send it to Jada?
That's the guy
have
from
a
the
DM in Discord. You're probably not friends in Discord.
Oh,
like
this is
me.
the Star. This is the Star Trek crew, right?
She's got the Star Trek crew. Now, Jada, do you know about?
Because you guys love Star Trek.
We gotta be friends.
Yeah, you got to be friends.
So what do you guys do on Discord? You just
we mostly
the new ICQ.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Wait, Jade, I got your phone number. I got too many phone numbers for you in my phone.
Oh, so yes, I'm the
Here,
the
read your phone number out loud on the podcast for everyone.
Okay, well, for all my special fans out there.
We have a tradition of people getting doxxed on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm bad at doxing people.
What's doxing?
Giving out people's personal identifying information, like home address and phone number and real names.
Oh, maybe you can just bleep it out.
I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work on my end.
I did want to mention today that like recently, like I've never had like people show up at my home before or had any creepy scenarios, but I did have a protest fan approach me in a supermarket.
Oh,
here in LA.
Cool.
It was weird. It's like usually I just see fans at my shows or at your shows, but this guy he just lingered around the rice aisle for a while and just eventually had the courage to come up to me. He's like, "Excuse me, are you Kezia?" It's really my favorite thing because I'm not a metal person. I sang on your metal albums, but I really just listen to country music. So
yeah, I think that's awesome.
It was special for me. I was like, oh, it's such a strange thing. Like I was 16 or 17 when I sang on that album, but your fans still resonate with it and still find me in the supermarket.
Yeah. I saw a guy, I was going into Shoppers Drug Mart yesterday, and he fucking was wearing the Fortress 10-year anniversary shirt, and I walked past him, I was like, "Hey man, sick shirt." And then he just went, "Oh, thank you so much." And I went, "Ha!" That's it. Okay. He just thought that I was making fun of him.
Some weird guy just came up and made fun of me for my shirt.
So these are the gifts. Fritzy's gift for me was photoshopping me into the crew of Star Trek.
Oh, that was you at the back. I see. Yeah. Okay.
It's a very old picture of me, but it's with Shatner and the TNG crew, which is very, very cool. And some guy who seems to be lost in the background. Now, I don't know if you got the gift that I made, Fritzy.
I don't understand it.
Let's see. It's...
I turned Fritzy into a ghost. I made a ghost Fritzy. I call him Spookum Fritz.
But do ghosts have feet?
Well, but you're just in a sheet.
So it's just me in a sheet.
Yeah, but
you cut out a hole for my mustache to go through. I had to like pull it through.
Yeah, and I did your toenails too. Did you see them?
Yeah, but I don't have long toenails like that.
Well,
I have so many questions. So Discord is it specifically? It's for chatting with people around the world, but can you make these little images in it?
No, I drew that on Procreate.
Okay.
And I imagine Fritzy edited his on either Photoshop or Affinity. Yeah. He's got big money.
No, I lied to Adobe and got the education price.
Don't admit that.
Adobe's not listening to this.
They might be.
One
time I asked on Twitter for someone to sneak me a file of Adobe, and some guy was like, "Hey, I work for Adobe. Don't do that." And then he sent me a bunch of copies. So, JD, now you have to decide whose gift is best.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And you have to decide.
You have to pick one or the other. What's the one that warms your heart the most?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with Fitzy because it's so can there be a tie?
Nope.
There can't be. You did it. You chose Fritzy.
Okay, yeah, I choose him just because he took something that you love and he edited you into it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yours
never
was
thought
just a stupid ghost.
Well, but it's Fritzy as a ghost.
The feet thing is now never going to leave. It's now a forever thing.
Yeah. And you know what? I didn't even exaggerate the length of them. Fritzy wears a size 15 shoe.
Whoa.
That's a real thing.
Wow. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
Congratulations to your wife.
That's the real reason. That was the real reason I didn't that I took my shoes off at your house, Rody, was so that I could make sure my foot got on camera for everyone to see how big my foot was.
I believe that.
Ugh.
My word. So I think that's going to probably just about do it.
Let's wrap it up.
This point in the podcast, we like to have the guest sign off, and what you would have to do is you have to say your name, you're listening to Podcast the Hero, and then say, eat shit and go fuck yourself.
No, really?
I mean, you don't have to.
If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Mike wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'll do two. I'll do two of them.
Okay,
I love it.
Okay, so I say my name. I'm Jadea Kelly. You're listening to Podcast the Hero. Eat shit and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's
exactly
right.
Like that.
Okay.
Are you gonna do it again?
Do a real take. Like that was a warm up. This is a take, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jadea Kelly, and you're listening to Podcast the Hero. Go eat shit and go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. I don't know why, but when people screw it up, like I screwed up like that too, where it's like go eat shit. Don't just
go
sit
eat
there.
Shit.
Don't eat shit where you are.
Yeah, you better go.
You better go to where the shit is and eat that shit.
Yeah, you eat it out of the toilet.
Mmm.